Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's January 2nd, 2025, and I'm trying to make good on my promise to bring you some content this year that will help you in your walk with Jesus. We're all pilgrims along the pathway with Him. He is our master. He is our rabbi. We are His disciples. We are His followers. And I believe now more than ever, Jesus is calling His church to follow more closely than ever before. Our culture in North America is in tremendous need of a spiritual awakening. It is. It genuinely is. And I believe God is calling His people to seek Him like never before, to get back to some of the old practices that the church had at its inception that helped them to literally conquer the Roman Empire without lifting a sword. So, if you're interested in coming along, follow me, like these videos, put your comments in there, and we'll get started on this together. Looking forward to helping you in 2025. So I want to share some things that have helped me, some keys that I have found to better peace in my life, and hopefully I can make these better keys to your life. And one of the first practices that I want to mention to you is Christian meditation. At first, I was skeptical about this. I came up in a church environment that did not look favorably on meditation. That's because in the 70s, TM and this Eastern mysticism was exploding everywhere. And if you would have said meditation then, it would have conjured up ideas of a bunch of people in tie-dye t-shirts, smoking hash, and looking for nirvana. All right. So we stayed away from it. We didn't encourage it, but we didn't discourage it. So it was kind of one of these things the Bible talked about, but we really didn't know a whole lot about it. I'll be honest, I didn't know anything about it. I never really looked into it because of the ideas that had been shared with me about meditation years before. But from 2010 to 2015, these were the absolute worst years of my life. Every area of my life had been profoundly pummeled to a bloody mess. So many things had to be worked out. The stress was overwhelming. Every area in my life was touched by something in my life. It was just a very, very terrible time. I don't want to go into all of that, of what happened, what transpired, but it was really, really profoundly bad. And I didn't see a way out of that. I did not see a way to get out of the situation that I was in. There were so many things that had to be worked out. I literally felt like the darkness that had enshrouded me was stifling off or smothering any spiritual life out of my heart. But fortunately, at the end of 2015, I did begin to see light at the end of the tunnel, and things did look up. However, I was struggling with PTSD and I was taking 3 antidepressant medications and 3 anti-anxiety drugs. So I made a decision to look into meditation when I saw what the practice had done with somebody very close to me. There wasn't anything spooky or religious about this person's practices. It was very secular in its approach, and that intrigued me. That interested me. And this person introduced me to this book, Meditation for Fidgety Skeptics by Dan Harris. Tremendous book. I highly recommend it. And what this book did was whet my appetite for more. And it led me to begin to examine practices of meditation in the early church and the church throughout history. Christianity has a very vibrant history when it comes to meditation. It's been around a long time. It's kind of fallen out of popularity in the last 100 years or so, but it's been around for a very long time, and more people are coming to know about it because of the stresses of everyday life. Now, This book is completely written from a secular standpoint, but I found this out, that no matter how much you try to make meditation secular or non-religious, there is always a component that is intrinsically spiritual about it. And you can't help it. If you've been in ministry as long as I have, almost over 40 years, I could see the spiritual overtones in there. Even though the author's not trying to promote that, it would trigger in my mind passages in the scripture that I had read over my 40 years of ministry with the Lord. So this served as a catalyst for me to explore biblical meditation and how to incorporate it into my spiritual development. Practicing meditation has not made me perfect. I want to clarify that. It doesn't make you perfect, but it has helped me tremendously. It has taken a lot of stress and anxiety out of my life. And when I feel myself getting really tense, I know that it's time to step back, take a breath, and be still. Okay? I discovered that meditation is not something that Christ followers should look at skeptically or avoid for fear. For far too long, Christians have allowed ignorance and lack of understanding to color their view on this Christian practice, this amazing practice. Meditation was practiced by both Hebrew and Christians for hundreds of years. In fact, Christianity has a very rich history of meditation practices. So let me state that there are some vast differences between Eastern meditation and Christian meditation. We're not talking about the same thing. They're two different things, and they're done two different ways. The differences are focus, intent, purpose, and goal. Keep that in mind. Focus, intent, purpose, and goal. And when practiced correctly, Christian meditation can be life transforming. So to wrap this up and put a bow on it, I will be sharing some things on spiritual disciplines. Be looking for them, and I hope that you enjoy the information and allow it to help you develop a regular spiritual practice in your life. No, this is not a call to professionalism. There are no professional disciples. No, when it comes to spiritual practice, there are no professionals. This is an opportunity to begin a journey that can improve your life and help you to become more like Jesus. Well, God bless you. I hope you've enjoyed this. Leave your comments, like, subscribe, whatever it is you need, want to do or feel you need to do. And you have an awesome 2025.